The housing market in this part of the world is notoriously expensive and difficult to break into. And now some people are looking for alternatives to accommodate their family and help pay the mortgage. 'Tis the season when the real estate industry starts to get busy. The average price, though, for a single-family home in Victoria is about $615,000 and almost $354,000 for a condo. Is that too rich for your blood? What about this? Or this? The new Westhills development in Langford is selling properties with Carriage homes, 1 or 2 bedroom suites built atop a separate detached garage.
It was perfect for us because we wanted something where we could have the revenue income without having someone living right with us. So it allows us freedom and our tenant freedom. They can play music. Basically it's their own little home.
Right. So what we've looked at is the idea of having a detached garage with a legal suite above it, and that it makes a very, first of all, a spacious suite, so anywhere from over 600 square foot to 800 square foot suite, which has got a lot of light because the windows are up and totally detached, so you don't have sound issues, you don't have let's call it aromatic issues in terms of cooking. You've got a lot more independence. These homes with the Carriage suites start at $549,000, and supply can't keep up with demand. Since they came on, the interest is exceptionally high, and as we put them on the market, they sell. It's not only at Westhills where the idea of secondary detached accommodation is taking hold. The City of Victoria has introduced a program called the Garden Suites Project. Those with properties who meet a certain criteria can apply to build a separate suite, essentially in their own backyard.
Garden Suite is a small footprint property that someone can add as a rental or family space in their backyard. There's about 7,500 homes in the City of Victoria that qualify.
We've actually approved a couple, turned a couple down because they didn't fit. That's what this is about. How's it working? Does it fit within communities and neighborhoods? Part of the information we're hearing back is the community still likes that people have to go through rezoning, so they can actually look to see what's happening, because it is about putting a second building in your backyard. It is about needing a bit more green space, where secondary suites didn't do that. Right. At the same time, it's a way to create affordable housing.
This pilot project launched in October and comes on the heels of the city's award-winning secondary suite project. Interested property owners must go through a rezoning, which includes a public hearing, and submit drawings. The price tag for the process is usually between $5,000 and $7,000.
I think definitely there's a ton of places in Victoria where it's a perfect fit. I think that the city maybe should work on streamlining the process a little bit, because a rezoning is a process. So you do have to go through a rezoning, which is sort of a 5-6 month thing.
Once you've got the site, building a garden suite on it might not be as expensive or you might think. Theoretically, could I get a little house for $100,000?
Easily, yeah.
Easily.
No problem.
The folks at Westco Construction in Souk build homes here, then transport them to wherever they need to be.
There's no construction happening in your backyard for weeks on end or months on end, and we're really able to compete price-wise, so I think it's a really good fit. Dan Melville came up with the idea of building prefab homes, not to be confused with mobile or manufactured homes, 8 years ago as a way of getting cabins to remote locations.
Now with our system, we can come in and do a foundation fairly quickly, show up one day with a crane, and you're cooking coffee 2 days later.
This kind of secondary housing, made possible with Carriage homes or garden suites, has widespread appeal for all kinds of families.
For a lot of people, it has to do with having their family close by, or being able to, see their children through university and have them still accommodated for housing.
It helps with people who want to buy and have a nice property but need the mortgage help. It helps tenants. There's more opportunities for rent, and getting a nice, clean, new place where there's nobody attached to you and you can come and go. And in our particular situation, our tenant has a patio to barbecue and have people over. It's pretty hard to find.
As for the Garden Suites project, the City of Victoria is expecting a report in June or July. If it's favorable, a public hearing will be held to decide whether this draft policy will become formal policy. And if that's the case, look for a garden suite to be coming to a location near you. Much more still.